Hello, and welcome back to Trending Japan. I'm Sakura.
And I'm Alex. Today's topics in Japan are there are nearly 4 million vending machines. And yes, you can buy sashimi from one,
It sounds wild when you say it like that.
right? Like, I knew Japan had a lot of vending machines, but I didn't realize it was literally a world record. And they're selling everything.
That's exactly what we're diving into today, because the story behind Japan's vending machine culture isn't just about convenience. It's actually a window into how Japan solves problems in a really uniquely Japanese way.
I'm genuinely curious, like, why sashimi specifically? And how is this even safe?
Those are the exact questions we're answering in the next 15 minutes. Stick around.
Okay, so let's start with the number that's blowing my mind. How many vending machines are we talking?
As of 2023, Japan has approximately 3.93 million vending machines.
Wait, that's almost 4 million for a country of 125 million people?
Exactly. That's roughly one vending machine for every 32 people. To put that in perspective, the United States has about 2 million vending machines for 330 million people. So per capita, Japan has roughly twice as many.
Okay, so Japan is obsessed. But here's what I really need to know. Is this number going up?
Actually, no. This is the interesting part. The number has been declining for 10 years straight. It peaked around 5.5 million machines back in the early 2000s.
Wait, so Japan had more vending machines before? They're actually getting rid of them?
Yes, but, and this is important, even though the number is shrinking, Japan still has more vending machines per capita than any other country in the world. No one else is even close.
So the question becomes, why did Japan get so obsessed with vending machines in the first place? Like, what happened?
It starts in the 1960s and 70s, during Japan's period of rapid economic growth, what we call the Keizai Seicho period.
Economic growth. Got it.
At that time, Japan was urbanizing incredibly fast. More people in cities, more workers, longer work hours. The traditional corner shop model, where a shopkeeper runs a small store, started becoming less practical. People needed things fast, and they needed them available 24/7.
Because they were working late?
Exactly. Japanese work culture in those days was intense. You'd finish at 8 or 9 p.m., and convenience stores hadn't really taken off yet. So vending machines solved a real problem. They never closed, they never needed a break, and they took up minimal space.
And this was before convenience stores?
Well, convenience stores like 7-Eleven came to Japan in 1974, but vending machines were already everywhere by then. They actually coexist. They serve slightly different needs. A vending machine is impulse and speed. A convenience store is when you want to browse.
Fair point. But you still haven't answered my question. Why sashimi? Why would anyone trust raw fish from a machine?
I was waiting for that. Okay, so the sashimi vending machines, and yes, they do exist in some areas, they're not the most common thing, but they're possible because of something crucial. Japan's infrastructure and food safety standards are exceptional.
So it's like cold chain logistics?
Exactly. Japan's refrigerated vending machines are incredibly sophisticated. They maintain precise temperature control, and they're restocked multiple times a day in urban areas. The machines also have sensors that detect if the temperature has fluctuated, so expired or unsafe products don't get sold.
Okay, that makes sense. But there's something else going on, right? Because you can also buy neckties from vending machines.
Yes, neckties, emergency underwear, light bulbs, phone chargers, books, flowers, even hot ramen noodles.
Wait, hot ramen comes from a vending machine?
Yes, you push a button and it dispenses a hot bowl of ramen. There are dedicated ramen vending machines in train stations and restaurants.
That's kind of brilliant, actually.
It is, and here's why this exists. It all comes back to the Japanese concept of kaiteki, which means comfort or convenience, but it's deeper than that. It's about removing friction from daily life.
So it's not just convenience, it's like anticipating every possible need someone might have?
Yes, and there's a cultural element too. In Japan, there's a strong belief that good service means being available whenever and wherever the customer needs you. Vending machines are an extension of that philosophy.
But here's what I keep coming back to. How is this not a complete disaster? Like in some countries, vending machines get smashed and robbed constantly.
This is probably the most important reason Japan's vending machine culture works.
Crime rates.
Exactly. Japan has one of the lowest crime rates in the world. The theft and vandalism rates for vending machines are minimal. Police statistics show that vending machine theft and robbery are extraordinarily rare. We're talking about a tiny percentage of incidents compared to other countries.
So it's a trust thing.
It's a trust thing, yes. But it's also systemic. Japanese society emphasizes collective responsibility and social harmony. We call this wa. There's a social understanding that you don't damage or steal from public or semi-public property. It's not just about the police, it's about the culture.
So if a country tried to replicate Japan's vending machine model without that low crime rate, it would probably fail.
Almost certainly. You'd need to put security guards next to every machine, you'd need reinforced glass, constant repairs. The economics would collapse. The vending machine system only works because of the social foundation underneath it.
That's actually profound. So vending machines are almost like a test of social trust.
That's a great way to frame it. And it reflects something deeper about Japanese society. There's this interdependence. The vending machine owner trusts the community respects the vending machine. It's a social contract.
Okay, so if vending machines are so perfect, why are they declining? You said the numbers have been dropping for 10 years.
Now we're getting to the real story. The decline isn't because vending machines suddenly stopped working. It's because of demographics.
Japan's aging population.
Precisely. Japan's median age is now over 48 years old. The population is shrinking. There are fewer young people, fewer workers, less foot traffic in some areas, especially rural areas.
So demand is just going down naturally.
Yes, but also, and this is interesting, convenience stores have gotten better. Chains like Family Mart and Lawson have optimized their locations and their logistics. In some ways, they're more convenient than vending machines now because you can get prepared food, you can use the ATM, you can pay bills.
So vending machines are being replaced by convenience stores.
In urban areas, somewhat. But in rural areas, vending machines are actually becoming more important because they require fewer staff. As Japan faces a labor shortage, vending machines become a solution rather than a replacement.
Let's zoom out. How does this compare to other countries?
So, in the United States, vending machines are mostly just drinks and snacks, maybe some chips, and they're often located inside buildings or secured areas, gyms, offices, schools.
Right. I've never seen a vending machine on a random street corner in America.
Exactly. In Europe, it's somewhat similar. Vending machines exist, but they're not as ubiquitous, and the product range is limited. You get drinks, maybe candy or chips. That's it.
And that's partly because of theft concerns?
Yes, but also partly cultural. In Western countries, there's a different relationship with public space. The idea of an unmanned storefront is seen as risky. In Japan, it's seen as normal.
So it's genuinely unique to Japan.
It really is. South Korea has tried to replicate the model and has a decent number of vending machines now, maybe 700,000, but even they don't come close to Japan's numbers or diversity.
So when we're really honest about it, what does 3.93 million vending machines tell us about Japan?
I think it tells us that Japan is a society that has solved a lot of basic logistics and trust problems really well. It's a society where you can leave an unmanned business on a street corner and assume it will be fine.
It's a sign of social stability.
And efficiency. And a kind of forward-thinking problem-solving. When labor became expensive in the 1980s and 90s, instead of accepting longer lines or reduced service, Japan automated. And the automation actually improved customer experience.
So vending machines are like the physical manifestation of Japanese efficiency culture.
I like that. And as Japan faces its aging population and labor shortage, challenges that other wealthy countries will face soon, vending machines might actually become more relevant, not less.
Because they don't require workers.
Right. A 24-hour vending machine requires maybe one person to restock it every couple of days. Compare that to a 24-hour convenience store that needs multiple staff working shifts. From a sustainability and economic perspective, vending machines make more and more sense.
So the decline might actually reverse.
It's possible, or at least the decline might slow down. We'll see.
Okay, so here's what I'm taking away. Japan has 3.93 million vending machines because of a combination of economic growth, work culture, social trust, and technological sophistication. And even though the numbers are declining, there's still a window into how Japanese society solves problems.
Exactly.
And what's fascinating is that vending machines might actually become more important as Japan addresses its demographic challenges.
So here's something for our listeners to think about. What does your country's relationship with public trust look like? Could a vending machine-based economy work where you live? Why or why not? Let us know in the comments. We love reading your thoughts. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe to Trending Japan.
Until next time, mata ne!
Mata ne!